Hello guys, official New York Rail fan here. Today I'm going to talk about my opinion on all this reveals from Dovetail Games in their Season of Reveals event for this year. So let's get right into it. First up, we're going to be talking about the London Overground Mild May line. In my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of London, subway stuff. I mean, there's not really a lot of variety. I like variety myself, but I mean, this would probably be something I could get in the future. It ain't like something I'm gonna buy immediately, but right now, with the way I have been, I'm not gonna buy it immediately like I have been with some of the other things. Only things I buy immediately are things that are like eye catching and like active and have a lot of variety. This isn't one of the routes, in my opinion, so this ain't the best, this ain't the worst, however, so I'll give it that. It would probably be like around the midway point on my tier list if I were to do one about the season of reveals. I know my fellow Americans were on their toes when they saw this. Me personally, when I heard about this, I was excited. This is always something I've wanted to see in Train Sim World, and it finally happened. This was something I feel like that was needed for quite a long time. Like, there's nothing that can be wrong about the F59PH. It's just so good looking, in my opinion. This would probably be something I would buy immediately if I can, or as soon as possible. This is such a great add-on, in my opinion, that I can't wait to see it in Trades World. This, I'm honestly very excited to see. This is the timetable upgrade for the Konga Aken route in Train Sim World. This update is now going to bring playable services and AI trained services combined up to just over 4,000 services. So now this route is going to be insanely active, and it's going to bring up the player services up to like 500 or 600, I believe, from the previous 250 services. So I'm very happy to see this. Now, this wasn't the worst thing I've seen. I like this gameplay pack because now I can get a new German locomotive that I've been wanting for a while, the DB111, and I'm very happy that there is a Metrolink holiday train on this. Even though I don't think it's like a real thing, they said it was just like a fictional thing but I think Metrolink said they wanted to do it in the future. So they wanted to just include it, I guess, which is alright. I mean, I won't complain about it. So, I like this. This is very creative. However, I'm not like a huge fan of the UK one. I'm not like a huge fan of the cargo line stuff. Like, I don't really want to spend $15 just to get a bunch of new rail cars when it should be down to like $2 at most. But that's just my opinion on this. The next announcement and the final announcement for week 1 was the BR Class 86 electric locomotive from Just Trains. In my opinion, I really like this. We get electric, like old electric locomotives, which I haven't really gotten yet in Train Sim World, and I'm trying to at the moment, but I can't really do that right now. But honestly, this looks really cool. I do like the older, inner city livery and the old BR blue and yellow on it. So this is a pretty nice add-on. I will give it that. Now we're on to the bonus announcement for week 1, and it's the East Coast Main Line Diesel Rail Tours. In my opinion, I honestly don't care about these rail tours. I mean, they're cool to see, but I don't know what to say about them. I got no personal opinion. I just don't really care about them. They're cool and all, but I honestly don't know. I do like the one Class 47 they did custom make though. It's pretty nice. So I will give it that. but it ain't the best announcement. It's probably a little lower than around the mid range. This one I like. I'm pretty happy that this game is finally coming to console. I've seen people play it, and I've been wanting it to come to console for quite a long time now, and it's finally happening. This game, even though it isn't like variety much, I do enjoy trams. They look pretty cool, and I think it'll be a cool game to add to my PlayStation finally that I'll enjoy playing. This, in my opinion, is one of the best bonus announcements. I am so excited for this. This shirt has been needing a remaster for a very long time. I am so glad that they are adding the 387 for Great Western Railway finally, and that in the London Underground services that run on the line, or run next to it, I should say. And that one HST that was like blue and purple, along with, I believe, that looks like a Class 87 and 387 in the background. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. Now we're on to the new Japanese route, the Tadami line. This route, when it was announced, I was very happy that we're finally getting a line from Japan. This looks like a very nice route. It is also something new, I believe, that is coming. A narrow gauge route. I'm pretty sure that this is like a first narrow gauge route that's coming to Transom World. And that makes me very happy, especially when it's a new country. The screenshots that came out of this route look incredible, and I'm very excited to play this when it comes out from Union Workshop. They've done a very incredible job on this. It looks very nice, and I just can't wait to play this route when it comes out next year. I'm pretty sure they said it was next year. But yeah, this is gonna be very high up if I were to do a tier list. Now we're into Wales on the Cardiff City network. This one sounds like it's gonna be a diesel only route, which I like a lot. It's gonna be two locomotives or DMUs, if you will. Class 153 and the class 152, or not the 152, but like the 150 slash 2. Um, There hasn't been much shown off in the route yet, but they did show some locomotive renderings. Hopefully, we'll see some screenshots from the route in the new year. So, yeah. This is probably the worst thing I've seen them do, besides that Roblox game. This game looked so bad. Like, the graphics were awful, and it's gotta be, like, in one of the worst places. And it's only one route, which I don't understand. I honestly do not like the idea of this VR at all. Like, I was excited at first for VR, but then when they announced it was just going to be the Harlem line, I just lost all hope for that. Like, and it looks so bad. I can't even, like, say how bad it is. If you want to look at it yourself, they have a gameplay footage on their channel. Now we're in Austria in the late 1980s, which is a new era for Austria. Um, they have one new locomotive. Well, they have two locomotives, one new. We have the OBB 1020. I believe crocodile locomotive is what you call it. I honestly don't know. It's got to be wrong. I can't be saying that right. And the DB 111 again, but it's in a brand new livery. I believe they call it the cream. Like, I don't even know what you call it, but it's like a cream and blue color. They have some, I believe, some new rolling stock with it, and I can't wait to see this route. Like, this is probably something I'll buy. I like the older era routes, and the older rolling stock and locomotives they have for it, and I'm very excited for it. The final day for week 2 was just an update on the BR 104 and the Peak Forest update. This is the only screenshot they provided, so I can't really say much about it. But not the best announcement. I mean, it's cool for an update on it, but I mean, there's nothing really to go on about it. So this one was another update, but it was on a different line on the Manchester Airport commuter route, I believe is what they called it. But at least we get some screenshots with this route. They're using the class 323 again, I believe it's what it's called. Has some freight on the route, which is pretty nice, and I believe there was screenshots of the class 390 on there, and like I believe they had their own depot and stuff, which was pretty nice. And this route looks alright for the variety and the scenery and stuff. And I might buy it. I probably will at some point, but won't be like an immediate thing. This got me really excited. I'm glad that we finally get some renderings of the rail cars that'll be in the Santa Fe gameplay pack for Cajon Pass. I've been really wanting to see this since it was announced a few months ago, and we finally get some ideas of like the rolling stock and stuff. By the sounds of it, it'll be two blue bonnets Santa Fe locomotives and War Bonnet Dash 8 locomotive, which I figured would be part of it, at least a War Bonnet Dash 8 part. So yeah. Now we're on to the Netherlands route. This route, like the screenshots or renderings of it, I'm very excited for it so far. This train that's being shown right now is my favorite. I've always seen it in videos from the Netherlands. I've grown up watching videos of trains from Netherlands, and I've always wanted to go there. And this is gonna be one exciting route for me, at least. Um, we're getting two new trains. I believe it's one of them, and I believe the SNG3 or something like that. I don't think they showed it though. I think it was just a one train set. So I don't know. We'd have to wait and see until we get the next screenshots of the route. And yeah, I'm very excited for this. This is something I've always wanted to see in Train Sim World. Now we're on to the new German route that they announced, I believe, a while back. I'm not sure how long ago they announced this, but here's some new screenshots of it. By the looks of it, this looks like a very cool looking route. Has a lot of variety by the looks of it, and challenging grades by the sounds of it. We get some S-Bahn services, intercity services, regional express services, all that stuff. We get the ICE again in this route, which is nice to see. We get some freight. Yeah, I mean, this looks like it's going to be a very exciting route, very scenic. Running between two major cities. I forget how long it is, but I'd assume that has a lot of stations. Now we're on to the cargo line stuff. Like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of the cargo line packs. Like, they're very overpriced in my opinion. The first one we're showing is the Volume 3, the intermodal stuff. We already have intermodal in British routes. I'm not sure why this is being done again, but yeah. I assume there's probably new intermodal cars, but in my opinion, they all look the same. They're just hauled on flat cars in the UK and not in like well cars here in the United States. Even though I just said I don't really like the cargo line packs, I think Cargo Line Volume 4 is a very, very nice one. We get some new rail cars, we get new cargo, I should say, military vehicles, and all that stuff. I wish this would also be for other routes like Germany, United States, all those other routes. It'd be very nice to see military trains included in some of these U.S. routes. But yeah, that's about it for the cargo line. They didn't provide much context for this screenshot, but they said it was an unannounced add-on from Skyhook Games. By the looks of it, this looks like a class 363 or a DB 363 in like the blue livery. So I'm not sure, but that's all I could think of was like this looks like a class 363. So yeah. Now we're on to the grand reveal. The grand reveal, in my honest opinion, was not something I was expecting. Like, I don't even know how to like explain it. It's just I was just in shock when I heard about this. Like, I'm not gonna complain about it. It's a nice add-on. It's gonna be entirely story based, which is what I really enjoy about it. But I honestly feel like there could have been much more potential for the grand reveal, but I mean, if this is what they want to do, they can go right ahead for it. I won't complain. And that brings us to the end of the season of reveals. Just to give you a brief recap, we have the London Mild May line, the Metrolink F59 PHR, the Kolna Aachen timetable update, the gameplay packs, Class 86/2 from Just Trains, City Transport Simulator for console, to Dami line, the Cardiff City Network, TSW VR, Mittenwaldbahn, Manchester Airport, the Santa Fe pack. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Ludwigsbahn and Thomas and Friends update. I'm gonna do a tier list. Why not? I'll put it up on the screen now. All right. Coming in at number 1, we have the F59PH for Metrolink. 2 is the Santa Fe gameplay pack. 3 is the Netherlands route. 4 is the Tadami line from Japan. 5 is the Mittenwaldbahn in Austria, the 1989 route. 6 is the new German route, the second to last announcement. 7 is the Call to Aachen update. 8 is the Thomas and Friends update. 9 is the Cardiff City Network. 10 is the Manchester Airport. 11 is the Class 86. 12 is the gameplay pack for Train Sim Mode 5. 13 is the Tram Sim game for console. 14 is the London Mild May line, and 15 is Train Sim World VR. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.